What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Hoplite podcast. This is with the Hoplite crew. Today we're going to go over XDefiant and our opinions on it from the initial release that came out that we were discussing in our last video. It's going to be a lot less scripted than our last videos. We're just going to get into the conversation. And I'll go ahead and start it off by just really saying that XDefiant is amazing. I'm super happy with it. I'm excited to get into the conversation, guys. Go ahead and let's discuss this. And I guess we'll start with Colin, man. What do you think about the game?
Man, I think it's pretty bad. I love the game. It's definitely a good game so far. I will say there's some things I love, some things I don't. However, the things that I love definitely outweigh the things that I don't.
Yeah, I agree.
Mine is more of like a minimal type thing. Like there's just some like stuff that I think could be fixed. The desync really bad right now.
Yeah.
I think that needs to be fixed ASAP. There's some stuff, of course, that I don't like. Like snipers, I think are a little OP. And there's still the Libertad, that ultimate ability they have that I think is OP. So I'm just like nitpicking the game really, and then the camo grind sucks. I'll just say it. I don't like having to level up my gun to level 100 to get it. I want to do some challenges with it. I think they could have done better.
I completely
However,
agree.
so good.
I kind of agree with it, but we'll obviously get more into it the more we discuss some things. Don't necessarily agree with all of your cons of the game, but we'll go over some pros and cons. But Brandon, I know it's been a while since you were looking for a game that brought you a little bit of peace from running Halo. So what do you think about the game?
Yeah, I was raging way too much at Halo, man. But yeah, no, this game, like there are flaws, like with the desync Colin mentioned, and some of the things that aren't like quite as polished as we kind of hoped. But still, like I'm still having fun with the game. I'm having a good time playing with you guys, and even like on my own. Basically, one of the biggest things right now that kind of just stinks for me is that rank play doesn't really matter right now.
Yeah.
But I know it's coming soon. I'm just like really antsy to play it, but I've been having a lot of fun, and like the weapons I feel like are pretty balanced. Had some really high scoring or high kill games with like multiple different weapons now. So that's always a relief. It's not just like one weapon or like a class of weapons that like are really OP towards everything else. I'm having a lot of fun with the game, and it's just those like minor things that I feel like they'll tweak and fix over time.
Yeah, I agree with that. I know we're all just kind of waiting for ranked, and we're all just kind of waiting for season 1 to come out, see what they can do with it. As we're recording this, but patch 1 notes have come out, and they've already released patch 1. We're all updated on our XDefiant. And just to let you guys know, we've sunk in a lot of game time. We've played the game a good amount. I have right around 10 hours. I'm sure Brandon's had right around 10 hours, the same as me. Colin's probably almost doubled that, but I don't know.
I think I'm around 16, 17 hours right now.
Yeah, 67. Well, he also live streams, as you can see in the links. Not links, but like you can follow his Twitch at assassinphalanx. If you ever want to get more gameplay from us that you might not see from the podcast or that we might not upload, you can always go watch him, and he plays with us a lot, so you'll be able to just hear us all there and get some more XDefiant gameplay. But let's go ahead and get into this. Hashtag ad. Let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to go over some of the preseason patch 1 notes real quick, just so we can see what we think about it. So I'm going to go ahead and transfer that over to us, man. I'll go ahead and read it to us all. We've already looked over these, so me and Colin discussed this a little bit yesterday. I can't remember if Brandon was in that conversation, but you guys can see it on your screen now. They fixed some stuff with the game modes, with the practice zones on PC. I think that was something on console that did work, but now it's working on PC. I haven't tried it personally. That's why they say it probably won't be throwing people off the map. That's obviously a good change for people that aren't accurate. More than likely, they could get some warm up in or try some new weapons. You see on the devices, they fixed an issue where the player died during a device deployment animation, and their next deployed device would drop at their feet. I'm guessing that's something to do with like grenades and stuff like that. So if you die while you're throwing grenades, sometimes it would drop at your feet, something like that. And now the next update on this is where we have the most concern probably, is with the netcode. Any issue with netcode that we're going to see going forward, we want to see addressed in the patch notes to see that they're actively working on it. So the one that they outline here is that an issue where you get hit markers on an enemy as they killed you, but their health bar still appeared full. So let's say you're sniping, you shoot somebody, you get a hit marker, but they kill you. It still looks like they're at 100 health. Apparently that's an error. But the correct thing is that you still did damage to them, but you just got a hit marker. The UI just didn't show it. So that's pretty good. What do you guys think about that, and how are they going to further address netcode, just further than these patch 1 notes? What are we expecting from everybody?
Man, a lot of this is just way over my head, dude. Because
Yeah,
I'm not huge into like all the coding and everything, but I've had some like now that you mention it, some issues with like the UI showing up with the health bars and stuff like that. But I don't know if it's exactly what you're talking about. I've had the issue where like I shoot somebody and I don't even see their thing, but I don't know if that's part of the game or not.
yeah,
Yeah. Skill issue.
Yeah, skill issue.
Just missing every shot.
So
It's messy, bro.
the main thing with the netcode that I deal with, or with the desync, that I know that they're addressing. There's some tweets from Mark that's saying that they're looking at it. You know, it's where you die around corners, die around walls, stuff like that.
Oh,
I hate that.
It's pretty annoying. I know
Playing
Colin
Halo
hates
all
it.
over again.
Yeah, it feels like he's playing Halo. I'm hoping that is fixed within this first 6-week preseason before season 1 starts, with the big update, and ranked is going to be coming out. So I'm looking forward to that. But I really think that they need to fix this desync issue, or at least heavily improve it where it's not happening every game multiple times a game before this 4v4 true ranked comes out. But what do you think, Colin? I know that's a big issue that's on your mind.
Yeah, I mean, I played Halo since it came out in 2021 or 2020, whenever it came out. And that's always been the biggest issue, is desync. And a lot of that, again, was them and their own net coding, but also them being on their own separate engine that they never took care of, that they just literally thrown out there.
That no one else knew. Like,
No one else
hired
knew.
anybody.
And then, of course, you had the issues with them constantly, like, basically circling out their top dev leads and their presidents and it's just a lot of issues. And to see that happen on like a smaller market game like XDefiant is really frustrating. And I get it, like, it's more frustrating whenever it happens to like a AAA title like Halo, because you expect greatness from those type of games. But you're also like, you're looking at this game that's been in development for confirmed 3 years, but past that, it was probably 4 or 5 years. And with the amount of time they kind of like delayed it over and over from 2021 all the way to 2024, it's very frustrating that it's still such an issue.
But they had to rewrite the game, though, didn't they?
They rewrote it. Yeah, they rewrote the code, but it's still an issue. It's not as bad as it was.
It was really bad.
It was really bad. But it's just frustrating that you delayed your game because of this, and you still have that. And that's my biggest thing. I will say, though, I do love the fact that they are communicating with the community.
Yeah.
And this is something that a lot of big AAA developers stop doing. And it's so frustrating because it's just like they don't listen. They don't listen to their community. They don't care about their community. They just care about getting the money. And then they care about listening to the pros because the pros bring in the money. And so it's very frustrating whenever, you have like CODs and Halo year after year release a game and it's just so bad and they don't listen to the community. But I love that he is constantly, Mark Rubin and his team are constantly leaving us updates or giving us updates, telling us, hey, this is an issue. They're very transparent and they're hilarious with it. Like in their patch notes, if you look at their patch notes, they freaking write jokes and it's hilarious. And I love looking at that because, it makes it seem more friendly. It makes it seem more like your family.
Personable, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. What do you think, Brandon? I know, like I told everybody, we've all put in a lot of game time. But I know, honestly, the desync isn't as big of a deal for me right now because that I know that they're working on it and they're actively working
Yeah.
on it, and it's not something like I can go into a game and have a good time, even though like die around walls. I do it to other people too, and I know that
Yeah.
they're getting frustrated with it. But there's something that's just this core aspect of the game where it's hard for me to dislike it because it's something that I've been searching for such a long time. So.
Yeah. And I mean, this could be just like the honeymoon phase, but like
Mhm.
I'm still like having such a fun time playing it that I'm not focused on the desync. Like, yeah, when it happens, I'm like, oh man, that sucks. But I just press spam X and then
Yeah.
just like respawn in and just go on to the next one.
That's
And
my
it's
favorite.
also, whenever you're going for, 60, 70 kill games, and you're going for that, like you're not focused on desync at all. You're just like, let me get this next kill really quick. Like it's definitely a thing, and it'll probably make way more of an impact like once ranked is like
Yeah.
fully out. But like as of right now, like I'm just having fun. I'm relaxing. I'm having a good time. Like I know it's an issue, but again, they've been transparent and they're like, hey, we're actively trying to fix this. Like we care about you guys. Like we're trying to figure it out. And like that in and of itself is enough for me to be like, okay, like I'm not gonna get like frustrated with it.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. That's just how it is for me. And right now, we have no stakes. Our stakes in the game right now
Yeah.
are non-existent. There's no skill-based matchmaking. We have one
Mhm,
game where we
mhm.
have a lot more like there's games where I have a lot more desync than others, and that could just be some part of the server issue. It could be whatever. I also have really bad internet, so I get affected by all sorts of stuff. But whenever ranked comes out, there's gonna have to be some improvement. And I don't know if you guys have played very much at Colin. I know you have, but people are saying that it feels a bit smoother today. Coming out, you might not have realized it like yet, or may not even be a thing, but some people think that it's had some sort of improvement today, and they could tell that there's some sort of something going on in the background where people are voice crack that they're trying to get going with this, and I'm excited for it. But they definitely do need to fix it before there's like MMR or however they're gonna do ranked is at stake. Let me go ahead and get to the rest of the patch notes here. So they fixed some other UI issues at the end of the match whenever it would display the wrong orientation in Arabic. Okay, I
I've
never
never had
experienced
that
it,
happen.
but
I've never had that happen.
I'm also, I think I use English only, so I don't think I realize it. But if I used
Yeah.
Arabic, maybe I would. Um, so they did turn the practice zone back on, and they fixed an issue that was causing low frame rates on some AMD GPUs. So that's good. I'm
So
glad that they fixed that for those that do use AMD. Not me, but
Same.
and just so everyone knows, we are all using PC. We're on PC, not on console. So if you guys are having console issues, I'm not completely aware of what's going on there.
We have played with an Xbox player and a PlayStation player though,
Yeah,
We played with a couple today.
yeah, we did play
and
on.
I haven't heard any of their issues. Like at least they weren't like glaring enough for them to mention it.
Before we get off that though, I will say I think they also need to fix where when you for PC specifically because console can't do this where you alt tab like you can't bring up the thing to your monitor. Like let's say if you have something in the
Yes.
background, you can't bring it up to the monitor, and that's very frustrating. And then also when you alt tab off the game, it completely freezes or not freezes, but it lowers your frame rate to 20 FPS, and it's something crazy. And it's just very annoying because sometimes I'll have to go over and adjust my OBS settings or maybe type in chat for something or do something or open up Discord. I'll do that too whenever I'm playing the game, and so it's just very frustrating whenever the people are watching my stream and then they're seeing it being. I think it actually for Twitch since I'm not a partner, it's only 60 FPS anyways. But for them, they're just gonna see it drop to 20 FPS, and that's just very nauseating for them. And that's just more small things that I'm nitpicking, but.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm glad you mentioned that because I was kind of frustrated at that, and I'd have to actually close the game out to pull up something I wanted like File Explorer because it wouldn't pull up on my other. I don't know, maybe that's a skill issue for me with PCs.
No.
but
If you had it set to your main monitor, or like whatever you had on your main monitor, and you tried to alt tab
Yeah,
the game,
yeah.
you couldn't get access to it.
So it's funny you
You had to
mentioned
have
that.
algorithms
I
set
wanted
up.
to bring that up, but I just didn't know when. I saw a tweet from Mark earlier about it. That someone reported that. He said to try it in like windowed mode instead of like full screen windowed or something like that, which isn't something
Yeah.
I really want to mess with. I mean, I'm sure it's fine, but I didn't really want to mess with it. And because I know the alt tab issue and some of that, I wasn't able to look up something on the background, but I'm sure they'll look into that because it's just a minor, quality of life improvement. And also, just as a public service announcement, Mark Rubin did tweet out, I'll go ahead and put it up on the screen, that to turn off VSync, okay? I turned off VSync on, if you are playing multiplayer games on PC and you're using VSync, turn it off. You are going to have continual issues. Just turn it off. It is the devil, and that's what
I
Mark
learned that
Rubin
from
says.
Halo.
Yeah, and that's what Mark Rubin said on this. So let's all listen to Marky Mark.
Yeah. You had to literally tell me yesterday to make sure I had it off because I was straight up playing with it on.
Yeah, Maverick was spamming me to turn it off, and then I go to turn it off, and I realized I already turned it off from the beta.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's just for anyone that's having like a lot more desync issues than what I'm talking about, saying that I don't get it all the time, and when I do get it, it's not crazy frustrating. Try turning that off, see if it helps improve at all within your video settings. I did want to get into some of the things that I really enjoyed about the game, like the weapon balancing that Brandon brought up. I feel like I can use any weapon in the game except for the M870 shotgun, and I'd like to keep it that way. I'd like to keep it that way.
I want the Brecci.
It was the Brecci of Black Ops 3, man. Ugh. Or the strobe light shotgun.
With incendiary rounds.
Ooh. I mean, we already got incendiary rounds. Don't put that on me, man.
I know. Lord.
I love a game where I can go into a game and use 5 SMGs or 5 different ARs, and I feel like I could still compete. And some of the best players on the team aren't even using the same weapon. You have a lot of people using ICR or ACR. I went back in time there. The ACR. Yeah. Then you have some people using the MDR, which is basically like it's a bullpup rifle like the MTAR. And then you have some people using the M16 because Brandon really likes the M16. You have Colin over here using the MP7, the P90, the Vector, the MP5, because he's our SMG guy. I'm an SMG guy.
Every single thing.
He uses everything. Then you can use a sniper that Colin thinks is OP, and I think it's a skill issue. But,
Definitely.
But I'm dropping 70 with it, there's an issue. If I'm dropping 70 with a sniper, there's an issue.
Let me rephrase that. It's not your skill issue. It's everybody else's in your lobby, apparently, man. I get hit markers out the butt.
Now that one's a skill issue.
Yeah. It's hard to get hit markers whenever everything but the toenail is a one hit. So,
User error right there.
Yeah. Is there anything else you guys would like to add in this? I know it's not a super long form, but I just wanted to let everyone know that we're all really enjoying the game. Obviously, the cons are desync. That's the main one for me is desync, but I just really love the game.
Well, I've been talking. XP.
Yes, I'm glad they added that, especially for those that took time off work. But I've been dogging on the game this whole time. Let me talk about some stuff that I do like. Like Maverick was saying, the weapon balancing is amazing in the game. Love the specialists. We talked about DedSec and how I didn't think it would be such a factor, but DedSec now that people are unlocking it, it's crazy. The stupid spider drone. I get hit by the spider drone more than anybody else in this game, it feels like.
And I don't know game where there was like 2 or 3 guys using it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Nuts. But like it has actually proven itself in the game. And that's just something cool to be able to be like, wow, this thing was such like a mystery to us, and then now it's just like it could be something that's viable. I didn't think it was going to be viable. It
destroys my mag barriers, man. It's for like
EMPs.
It's like the perfect, it's like the perfect counter.
Yeah.
And I love this strategy in the game. I think we did talk about the strategy of the game, but the more I play it, the more I start to learn not only my style, but my teammates' style and how well we can mash together. And it's just amazing to be able to be like, hey Brandon, I need you to go mag barrier me and then go to Maverick. Or hey Maverick, I need you to heal me real quick and push together, or ping for me and push together here. Like it's just crazy the amount of strategy that you can add into an FPS like this at
Yeah,
such a fast
and
pace.
stacking the abilities too, which is really cool. Like
Mhm.
you can pick a person to stack. Like okay, like me and Maverick are gonna sit in hill. He's gonna ping while I'm like doing my little bubble shield around him, and he's
Mhm.
oh man, it's awesome.
Mhm.
It's just that kind of thing adds a new form of life to me. It makes the game separate itself than just another Call of Duty ripoff. I think that this game can be a standalone. It doesn't have to be defined as a COD esque game. This is defined as XDefiant, and that's what I really like about it. I love the maps and the game, the characters,
Mhm.
the way they have them developed in the game, the way that everything is all connected in Ubisoft's universe. I love that, and actually, I'm kind of fully expecting maybe some Assassin's Creed characters and maps.
For
That would be
Don't
cool.
skins,
know. I
that
think
would be
I'm
dope.
expecting that in the future, and that's just me. I could be wrong, but I would love to see Assassin's Creed in there. But this game is just so exciting, and I'm really ready for ranked. I'm really ready for ranked, but I'm excited for what this game has to offer, and I feel actually happy to be playing games again.
Yeah, same. For the longest time, I didn't know what to play. And these guys know it. I was buying all kinds of story game modes, and I'm not a story game guy. Um, I was buying all these games to try to occupy my time, just waiting for the release of this game, and I'm very happy to say that it has met my expectations. It hasn't necessarily exceeded them, but it has met them for me. Yes, I knew there was going to be issues,
That wasn't
but
hard to do.
but yeah, but what I didn't expect was for this company to be so open about their flaws, to be so open about communicating with the community. It's very big to me to see that, because you don't see that from COD. You see COD release a game every year, then they go, "This is what we got, take it or leave it." We don't see that
Yeah.
in this game. They want to improve the game. They want to add a S&D game mode. They want to add other game modes within the game, and they want to improve ranked. I went ahead and tweeted Mark today asking how ranked is going to work. Is it going to be like a win-based system like it was in Black Ops 3? Or is it going to be an MMR-based system like how it should be, in my opinion? Is there going to be a hidden MMR that once you're at an MMR for one season, does it want to try to keep you there? Like, what's it going to be? But we're all unsure about that, but I know we're all super, super excited for this UbiCod, and I'm glad you like that, Brandon.
That
Um,
was good.
but Brandon, what have you just really enjoyed about the game? Because I know we've been crapping on it a little bit, but what do you think?
Oh no, you're good. I mean, like you said, like gearing up to this game, we're like, man, when's the 21st? When's the
Hmm.
21st? Like we're like looking on like the free to play on what's it called? But we're just like searching for
Steam.
games to kind of like Steam, like trying to like buy time, just waiting for this game. And now that it's out, like I'm glad that I'm having fun again, and I'm glad that like I want to play competitive and I want to compete and I want to just like grind a game again. It's
Hmm.
a great feeling. And I don't know if you guys noticed, I don't know if I can like say this here, but I don't know if like COD is a little scared too because they leaked something today about like one of their new
Black Ops
campaigns. Did y'all see
6.
that?
Black Ops 6.
Yeah, so they like started leaking stuff, and I don't know if that was intentional or not. And they
It
may be
is.
scared, but
I mean,
um,
we are around that time. So we are around the time whenever Call of Duty starts to do it. But I think they did plan it around this time because they knew that people were going to be really hyped about this. Now, it's a Black Ops title, which already piques my interest of it. But what deflates my interest of it is that it's Activision and that it's Call of
yeah,
Duty. And they've done
yeah,
nothing but just hurt my feelings. So
yeah.
we'll see.
This up
Hurt
warrant,
my
man.
feelings and take my money and run.
Yeah.
But they also leaked, I don't know, intentional or not, like something that's controversial, similar to the Modern Warfare 2 campaign, like the original MW2
Mm,
campaign. I don't know if we could say it on here, but they put something like controversial on there also to probably pique people's interest.
kind of like No
And y'all could
Russian.
check that out. Yes, like no Russian, that kind of similarity. I don't know if it's like just just controversy, not necessarily like you're being the bad guys there, but just
Mm,
like we'll just say a real life event, a real life tragic event.
Oh, okay. So I think it's okay for us to say it. I don't not too much detail, but there was leaks that there could be a mission about 9/11. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, and that
Yeah.
kind of piqued my interest. I'm like, man, well, that's crazy.
So, there's going to be definitely some controversy with that, but I'm not sure if that's just leaks. It's definitely not confirmed, but that's what's
Right.
out there. They got to be very careful with that, especially if they want to go the realistic route and just have like a scene with that, then show us like the U.S. military going over there to do whatever. They've got to make it realistic if that's going to be but I think they just need to go arcade. They go arcade, XDefiant doesn't even exist anymore, to be honest.
Yeah.
They go the arcade route, just make Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4, do that stuff again. There won't even be a conversation anymore. But they've got to keep that. But let's hope that XDefiant keeps its own little niche for what it is, and if Call of Duty doesn't perform, XDefiant's just going to explode because it's free to play and it's not pay to win. Even the battle pass, you can get all the weapons in the battle pass, like the MDR. It's part of the battle pass. You get level 10 on your battle pass, you get the MDR. You don't have to buy anything. It's a free part of the battle pass. So
That's what I like.
Yeah, I
It's not
completely
cheap.
agree.
I don't like
Their
this game.
customizations too are actually fire, dude.
Yeah, they're good.
I'm over here dropping big bucks on it, man. I'm just like, I need to stop.
Yeah,
Hey,
same.
For free, by
I'm
the way.
not. I'd rather just grind and get it.
Yeah, I'm just getting stuff that you can't grind for, like skins and stuff like that. It's stuff that I've just looked at, and I don't know. But anyways, everybody, that's kind of our opinion of XDefiant. I know we've all really enjoyed the game. We've put a lot of time in, and we look forward to getting you guys another update, maybe getting some gameplay out there at some point. But we all look forward to seeing you guys in the game. So see you guys later.